All right, how's it going, everybody? My name is Mark Harmon, and you are watching the Comic On Demand Show. This is episode 38, I think. So yeah, we're still doing it. I haven't given up yet. But yeah, this is the Comic On Demand Show. For those that don't know what this is the live drawing show where I let you tell me what to draw. How cool is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a 4-panel comic that will look something like this. But as you can see, it's blank. That's because I'm going to let you tell me what to draw. Sound good? But I do have a couple ground rules first. I got to tell you how this works. Because I always have to tell you how this works because I heard once somewhere on something like on a podcast or a show that's like, you need to treat every show like it's somebody's first show because it might be somebody's first show. So just in case this is your first show, I got to go over the rules. Anyway, so the rules are, I try to keep this PG, so I'm not going to take any suggestions of anything not PG. Okay, so nothing super graphic or raunchy or whatever. Then 2, I won't take any suggestions of properties that already exist, like Superman, SpongeBob, or whatever, or Pepsi. Okay, so because I don't know what the copyright rules are, because I mean, I can show myself drawing whatever I want. The problem is I later want to somehow sell these original like comics that I make on the show. I want to sell them, and then that's when it runs into the copyright, is the selling of the stuff, not really the drawing of the stuff live. I can do whatever I want. But so yeah, so from that already exists. So you guys have good imaginations. You can think of something cool, right, for me to draw. Okay, so how it works is make sure you can see the chat, okay? Because that's how I'm going to know what to draw, okay? Because I'm going to put go in the chat. So you're going to see, it's going to say Comic On Demand, go. And then the first 2 suggestions that come in after that, those are the 2 suggestions that I'm going to combine together to create this 4-panel comic, okay? So you're going to see a different screen pop up with a little dancing guy right here. And hopefully if I time it right, you'll see that and the go at the same time. But if not, just go by the go, okay? Go by the go. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get those suggestions. So get your trigger finger ready. Put the suggestion in right now and then just wait, hover over the send button. And then as soon as you see go, boom, hit it. Just like that. Sound good? Okay, let's do it. All right, it looks like we have our first 2 suggestions. We have our first suggestion of Venus flytrap. And our second suggestion of a runaway bride or groom. Oh, so you're not particular, huh? I guess, you know, in the spirit of equality, I guess any one of them could run away, right? Okay. Oh, Dad, sorry, you're too late with the Jeep FC-150 party truck. Okay. Oh, whoops, sorry. Gotta zoom in here. I'm gonna put the suggestions right there so that I can forget them later, even though they're in front of my face the whole time. Venus flytrap and what was it? Oh yeah, runaway. Is there a word for bride or groom? Spouse? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Or the Venus flytrap and a runaway bride or groom. Okay, got it. We're cooking with beans now. I already know what we're gonna do. Yep. Okay. Okay, I need to. Okay, I need to. I need to think of my angles here because I know what I'm gonna do and I know what the punchline is and all that already. I just need to make sure that my angles are right so that you don't actually. I want to hide something until the last panel. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to hide something. Okay, I know it's going to be cliche to make the bride run away, but it's going to be funny. I mean, the joke still works. It's not like a female-centric joke here. It'll still work if the groom's the one that runs away, but just because of what I want to draw, I want the groom to be the one that stays. Does the bride have like the veil over her face the whole time? Is it one of those things? And then like at the very end when you go to kiss the bride or whatever, then they lift the veil up. I just need to know, like, am I drawing the veil up or down here? I don't remember. Like, it probably doesn't matter all that much. You succumbed to peer pressure and wore the hat. It is a nice hat, though. I I didn't succumb to peer pressure. I washed it. See? Ta-da! It is now clean. It is now a clean hat. That's why I wore it, because it's now clean. I'm just gonna pretend that I know what a wedding dress looks like. So nobody answered my question of, is the veil up or down? Might have it crooked or something. I don't know. Okay, I guess it doesn't totally matter. Didn't you memorize every detail of Miranda's dress? Nope. That was like 21 years ago. Is it like on a little tiara thing? Because then they still have like their hair. Fancy smanchy swirls. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're doing sort of a little behind the back shot here. Okay, actually I need to make this make more sense, I need to change something a little bit. Okay, I needed to make her worried. Okay, then we'll do sort of priest dude right here. I want to zoom in on this guy's face, but alas, my eyeballs cannot zoom. You know, when we get to like the super future, where we're all going to be like cybernetic or whatever, I'm looking forward to that so that I can zoom in with my eyeballs. Okay, what is this? I'm gonna say something like, do you take this woman to be your wife? I'm sure you can probably already guess what this joke's gonna be. Drawn off camera. Are you looking in the mirror for the hair reference? What, for the lady? Are you making a joke? Or the hair reference for this? for that. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Karen. I was drawn off camera. The problem is, I tell you guys to remind me when I'm drawn off camera, but then there's such a delay that I'll probably be drawn off camera for like a minute before anything's fixed. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. This last panel is gonna be a little tricky. I'm trying to think of the angle that this last panel is gonna be at, because I want to show lots of stuff, but I want to show lots of stuff, but I don't want to draw lots of stuff. Does that make sense? That makes sense to my mind. Apparently she has her veil up. It's down. Her veil's down. Unless you be... I'm tired. All right. Okay. Let's see. don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to like make this look like a potted plant, but I'm kind of running out of room here. Okay, now I need to give like the hint of a bunch of pews. But I don't want to draw a bunch of pews. Okay, so there's the joke. So she's feeling trepidatious. It's like, do you take this woman to be your wife? And he's like, I do. But then she's like, I can't. You know what my father is. And then like, there's a fly down there. The fly's her dad. She's wearing a Venus flytrap. That's it. That's the joke. All right. So before I start inking this thing, it is time for the what's it called? Mid suggestion. That's what it's called. So the mid suggestion is the part of the show where if you didn't get a chance to get in a suggestion, now's your chance. Okay, because we're gonna do the same thing as before, but this time I'm only gonna take the first suggestion that comes in after the word go. But make sure you're watching the chat. I'm gonna put go in the chat, and then the first suggestion that comes in, I'm gonna then incorporate that somewhere. It's usually a background thing. I usually do a cop out. I don't put as much effort into this mid suggestion as the first ones, but hey, come on. I gotta have ways to keep people watching all the way through, right? Okay, so here's the mid suggestion. Let's get that right now. We have our mid suggestion of ringtail lemur. Ringtail lemur. Mid suggestions, really. The audacity. Ringtail lemur. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something a little bit wild. You ready for this? You know what? I need to go to Google real quick. Ringtail lemur. Okay, perfect. Boom. The priest is now a ringtail lemur. How's that? Didn't see that coming, did you? Were you nervous to get married? Any cold feet episodes? No. No, I was not nervous to get married at all. The funny thing about our wedding, at least one of the funny things, was that so me and my parents, we stayed in like this really dumpy motel, but my wife stayed at like this really nice bed and breakfast. So it was just the contrast of like those two things I thought was funny. Just the environments that each of us were in getting ready for our wedding. They were drastically different. So has anybody speaking of like weddings, has anybody been to like a weird wedding, like a crazy wedding? Or have you you know sometimes when like the priest or the dude that's doing the wedding, sometimes they have that thing that's like, if there is anybody that feels that these two should not be wed, please speak now or forever hold your peace or whatever like that. Have you ever been at a wedding where somebody actually like, yeah, I object or whatever? Because that would be hilarious. I would love to be at a wedding where someone did that. I mean, that would be really embarrassing for the people getting married, for sure. But at least for the spectator here, who like hates weddings because they're boring, that would make it worth it for me being there. You know? I just don't like... Is it Festivus? Because I'm about to air some grievances. But, like, I don't like things where people are just sitting there talking. Like, I don't like going to meetings. I don't like doing things where I'm just going there and listening to people talk. Like, my attention span is not a fan of that. I have a really hard time with that. The funny thing is, I thought it was normal And I remember one time I was talking to my wife. We were talking about, I don't know if we were talking about like church or something. I was just like, I just made the comment that I was like, well, yeah, but I mean, like, nobody can just sit there and listen to people talk for 2 hours. And she was like, yes, they can. Most people can do that. I was like, wait, what? People can sit and listen to people talk for 2 hours and not, and their mind doesn't just wander aimlessly, and then they completely forget like everything that they just watched or listened to. Sorry, I've already been sitting in this chair all day long, and it's a little rough sometimes to then come sit in this chair some more. So you should all feel sorry for me. You all should realize the sacrifice I'm doing for you right now. Is this here's the thing, like, is it insensitive for me to make this priest guy a lemur? Because I don't know. Am I being religiously insensitive? I mean, I'm not doing it for like any particular reason other than it was a mid-suggestion and I needed to put a lemur somewhere. And then I just looked at that priest dude and I was just like, that'd be funny if I just made the priest the lemur. But I don't know. Because you never know what's like, what someone's going to find offensive. Because if you don't know their like traditions or stuff, then, all right, let me give you an example because I'm sort of beating around the bush here. So I was at a friend's house one time, and this friend of mine, he was Catholic, and we were watching, what's that, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Well, so it gets to the part with the holy hand grenade that they chuck at the rabbit, right? So, like, all of us that aren't Catholic, you know, we were just laughing, you know, because holy hand grenade, like, that's funny. But he was very much like, this part's not funny. And so I was like, wait, what? Like, I didn't know. I didn't know what part of that. I don't know why that was, why he was like taking offense to it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, by making it a lemur, am I being like really insensitive or something? Because in my church, if I was drawing like a bishop and I made him a lemur, I don't think that would be bad. It would be funny. Ours was cheaper because we had a lot of people with us, including children. Oh, did you guys? Yeah, did you guys like pay for everybody's or something? Is that one of those things I didn't know about? Were you like paying for everybody to go down there? Cause so me and my wife, we got married in Manti, Utah. We got married in the Manti Temple because my parents were married in the Manti Temple and her parents were married in the Manti Temple. So we were like, oh, our parents were both married in the same place. That's so cool. That means we have to do it. So, like us, like me and her personally, we have no ties or anything to Manti whatsoever. But it's just because both of our parents were married in Manti. So we thought we were being all super cool and special because for so that's why we chose Manti. Cause it was romantic, don't you see? Don't you see how romantic that is? Yes, you did. You did pay for everybody? That's crazy. I didn't know you did that. Now I feel kind of bad. Okay, making something look see-through with just pen and ink is really hard. Like, I think it works, but it's weird. Whenever I draw somebody getting married, not that, not that I draw it a lot, but uh, whenever I draw somebody getting married, I give them a top hat because I had a top hat when I got married because it was funny. I didn't get any reference for a Venus flytrap, and I think it's kind of showing right now. Like, I'm the one drawing it, and I'm still kind of looking at it like, what is that? Oh well. So I didn't see anywhere in the chat, nobody's been in any weird, crazy weddings? That's sad. I mean, I haven't either, but... Is the lemur a licensed priest? If yes, it's fine. If no, then no. Okay, licensed in the state of California, yes. Everywhere else, no. I've never had a Venus flytrap. I've always kind of wanted one, but I've never had one. There was some at a grocery store once. They were like $5, and I was like, I was a little bit tempted. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit tempted to get one, but then I was like, would that even live or survive in Wyoming? So I don't know. Maybe they will, because they're like an indoor plant, right? Beep 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 beep. You're thinking of sacrilege. I'm always thinking of sacrilege. That doesn't make any sense. All right. Whoops. Hold on. Jumping the gun here. Anyway, there it is, people. There is your 4-panel comic of... there's your 4-panel comic of a Venus flytrap and a runaway bride or groom. Look at that. Like, both things are just in one panel. You know, I probably could have... This comic basically still makes sense if you get rid of all that. Like, I got 3 panels of filler. Anyway, oh yeah, so there's all that stuff and the mid-suggestion of ringtail lemur. So, anyway, that's it, people. That is your Comic on Demand. Ta-da! There it is. We did it. We're done. You can go home now. Wait, you're probably already home. If you're already home, go more home. Whatever that means. I don't know. Anyway, that's it, people. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming. Let me get my little button ready here. I don't have any like announcements or anything, so I will see you next week. You're awesome.